Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Batman 152. This is a new book from DC Comics, an absolute power tie-in. Let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Chip Zdarsky with Mike Hawthorne on art, Adriano Benedetto on inks, letters by Clayton Cowles. So here we are, completing part 2 of this heist that Batman and Catwoman were going under. I will advise you, make sure to read Batman 152 before you get into Absolute Power number 3. I talked about this in my review for Absolute Power number 3, but I read them in the reverse order. So, like, I knew the aftermath of Batman 1 because I had already read this. So, just timeline wise and story wise, it makes more sense for you to read the Batman book first, which I wish somebody would tell us. There's also a really cool Birds of Prey story in the back of this with by Kelly Thompson and Matthias Delirious. So, like, make sure to check that out. But let's talk about the main story here. Batman and Catwoman join forces with the Suicide Squad, kind of, in a thrilling Absolute Power tie-in. They must find the key to Amanda Waller's plans in an extremely remote and shockingly dangerous location. Living up to their name, the Suicide Squad won't be coming back from their mission, but Batman and Catwoman stay free to fight another day. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening here. Amanda Waller's new Suicide Squad, which has been a very interesting component, right? You have Bizarro, you have what's his name? Dead Shot, Amanda Waller's nephew. Yeah, so like there's some really cool stuff. You have Alice who's got the magic powers, which is always and there's always characters in that roster that definitely feel like, oh, this is the guy that's gonna die. So yeah, Wonder Batman and Catwoman are looking for the mother box, and they're trying to make sure to get that so that they can uh, help or maybe change a little bit of what's going on Earth, right? It'll give them definitely an advantage. But going out into this remote location just really feels like it's a bad idea. There's also some setup for what's to come. A signal has been sent, a bell has been rung, if you know what I'm talking about. So let's go take a look at some of the art by Mike Hawthorne. I think Mike Hawthorne has been on and off in the Batman book for a little while now. He has a very cool, distinct style, very much reminiscent of some of the house style that I'm very used to when reading DC comics. But I do like how dynamic his panels and his action seems to be on the pages, and I think just the team does a really good job. So let me pull up the next few pages here. Uh, Very intense, like looks, and especially like when we looking at their faces, the facial expressions are definitely very vivid. I think for Mike Hawthorne style. So yeah, I like this. I like all the stuff that you have action in the foreground and then a big threat looming in the background, like with the Bizarro here in the background. So yeah, overall, it's fun stuff. And like I mentioned, there's a really cool backup story. Kelly Thompson just giving us some really fun Birds of Prey stuff outside of the Birds of Prey book, reuniting with the artists that they worked with. Like they did a series called The Call for Image. It's just really cool stuff. So you can take a look at that. Fantastic art, beautiful, beautiful Birds of Prey action. So yeah, really overall, really enjoyed this. I wasn't sure. I was not on board with the first Absolute Batman tie-in, which was kind of a one-off story, but this one definitely works a lot better in my opinion. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.